What's going on, everyone? So let's dive into Max Christie. So something that has been really hit on and talked about this offseason is that Max Christie is expected to play a big role for the Lakers, expected to play a expanded role, and is looked at as the prototypical 3-and-D wing, is as it's put. I hope he plays more 2 than the 3. Now, of course, with Jared Vanderbilt out, there is potential that he plays more 3 early on. Some matchups, I think you can get away with it, but he has good size for a 2 because of his size and his length and whatnot. But at the 3, he's a little undersized. Again, some matchups, certain matchups, I think you can get away with. Now, the beauty of Max Christie is his defense, right out the gate. We don't really have a huge sample size, particularly on the offensive side, with Max Christie. I mean, they talk about a guy that was averaging 3 field goal attempts per game. Can't really get a lot from that. You don't know how he is. Now, we do know 2 straight seasons in a row, he shot 40% on catch and shoot threes. That's good. He also shot 40% total from three-point range in his rookie season, although on very few attempts. Last season, again, very few attempts. Just if he can get handful attempts per game, kind of fit into that like KCP, Danny Green role. Obviously, I'm not saying he's going to be that level because like KCP, all defensive, as well as one of the better three-point shooters in the league. One of the premier 3-and-D guys in the league at the 2. Talk about a version of that, right? A guy that can defend 1 through 3, guy that can defend bigger, a guy that can lock down. There is a genuine argument that Max Christie is our second best perimeter defender behind Jared Vanderbilt, right? He did a number on several guys, including Damian Lillard, including Devin Booker, right? Like guys that usually just get buckets. Max Christie was tough on. And having Max Christie kind of be that defensive anchor out on the perimeter and being able to defend multiple positions and being able to switch and be very utilized in that regard is his biggest strength. But as far as the offensive side of things go, because you need him to kind of have a balance, right? Our problem last season is our bench was atrocious. But also, Darvin Ham never gave Max Christie a real opportunity to see what he could do. Max Christie has shown the ability to put the ball on the deck and make and create for himself and even create a little bit for others. Again, not a playmaker or anything like that, but he's a guy that has shown that he can kind of get into the teeth of the defense. There's a cutter coming in. He can just, boom, feed that man. That goes a long way. That's good. It shows that he's actually seeing the court a little bit. Is he a guy that I would trust to go out there and be a primary scoring option right now? No. Oh, maybe he kind of shows that. Maybe you can kind of, you start off with the short leash and then, okay, let's extend that a little bit. Okay, there you go, man, let's go. Right? Like, that is how I would kind of treat him this season. Like, kind of, give him a little slack. Right? Okay, I'll give him a little more. I would just, let's unravel this whole reel. Right? Like, if he continues to show that progress. But Max Christie is our best chance at a legit 2-way player, right? As crazy as that sounds. Because Jared Vanderbilt, defensively, A1. Offensively, terrible. Rui, offensively, A1. Defensively, terrible. Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, offensively, A1. Defensively, terrible, right? Go down the list. Even Gabe Vincent, right? He's not known as this like 40% three-point shooter. He's usually like 34%, right? And he's a guy that elevates in the playoffs and has been 38% in the playoffs, but, we also need you to be good during the regular season. Max Christie is kind of our one shot because he's shown the ability to defend at a high level and shoot 40% on catch, shoot threes. Although, again, a very limited sample size. If he can be that on catch and shoot threes, again, kind of put the ball on the deck a little bit for himself, create a little bit for others, then I think that'll go a long way. Max Christie, with his size, his length, and his athleticism, and particularly his youth, right? The type of offense that JJ wants to run is this motion, free-flowing offense, right? A lot of ball movement, a lot of just player movement. Guys, JJ Redick said repeatedly, guys, not a lot of standing around. He doesn't want guys just kind of standing in the corner, doing nothing, just kind of ball watching. No, you need to get to your spot. You need to be constantly staying on the court, making the defense constantly adjust, constantly, and then you find that breakdown, and boom, here's an easy bucket. But with Max Christie, what you get that you don't really get with D'Lo, you don't get really with Austin Reeves, is his ability as a cutter, his ability to even show and flash and then kind of come around, right? Him being able to even be the pick setter or even picker and then just kind of bleed out, right? Or kind of cut towards the rim and then use his size and his strength and his physicality to kind of finish over the top or finish in the mid-range or knock down the mid-range shot. You can put Max Christie in various actions, put him in various positions on the basketball court to be successful outside of him just standing, in the corner or him just standing at the top of the key waiting for the basketball. If I'm JJ Redick, Max Christie's on the court, I'm telling him, you're basically doing like figure eights, right? You're just like, boom, you're getting to the key, okay, coming around, you get back over here, you come back around here, you're going back this way to this, okay, you're coming back around here, and you're just constantly moving around this basketball court, and you're just constantly just staying active, keep flashing, hands up, be prepared for the basketball, while your playmakers are out there making the plays. Right? If you can come off screens and you're coming around the backside and you can create some space, be ready for the basketball, boom, catch the basketball, rise up, knock down your shot. Right? Have Max Christie kind of constantly being on, use his youth and athleticism to your advantage. Have him constantly if I see you one time, stop. Right? If you camp out once, you're not playing the rest of the game. You should just be wearing your defender down. Whoever's defending you is going to have a long day because they're just going to be chasing you around for 20 minutes or however long, Max Christie plays. If you can find ways to have him, because again, defensively, he can be your point of attack. Defensively, he can be the piece that really you slot alongside other versatile, ideally you have him alongside a Jared Vanderbilt, especially if he can maintain the 40% from 3-point shooting or even a Gabe Vincent at times. I kind of like that. Now you have this kind of defensive onslaught, right? Even at the end of games, you need to stop and then you go Gabe Vincent, Max Christie, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. You got switchability. Gabe Vincent has the ability to defend big as well. Right? You got a lot of versatility there that can really go a long way for the Lakers. But to me, it's more so the offensive side. How can you make him impactful and effective? Obviously, I'm not expecting him to get 10 field goals a game. I'm not expecting him to give you 20 points a game, anything like that, right? But can he be a 6 to 10 point a game guy, right? Knock down the occasional 3 a game. Because one, it comes down to role. 2, it comes down to actual attempts and opportunity. And 3, it comes down to minutes, right? I don't think he's going to be playing 30 minutes a game. Unless he's just great, or there's an injury or something, which knock on wood, hopefully none of that happens. More likely than not, he's probably getting 15 minutes a game, maybe 20 minutes a game. Now, there has been an emphasis that he's going to play a lot, but what's their interpretation of a lot? Is their interpretation of a lot 30 minutes, or is their interpretation of a lot 17 minutes, right? Because it's a big difference. But if you can have Max Christie play within that KCP, Danny Green role of just hey, the guy in front of you, I need you to just be relentless on, and then be ready, constant movement, and be looking for your shot. Stay aggressive. I don't want him, I want to instill confidence in the young guy. You want to make him feel no, you're the best player on this court. Right? You want to make him feel hey, they can't stop you. Go get a bucket. Don't worry about nothing. You have the green. Go. Worry about them. You're not out here to be the point guard. You're not out here to make a play. Obviously, if you see an open man, you see the cutter or whatever, or, you get contested and you can find a better shot, yeah, find the better shot. But if you can get that shot off, get that shot off. And you just instill that confidence in the kid. You let him find his spots on the floor. You run actions and you run sets to where he can kind of maximize out there, particularly in that bench role. We don't have a lot of just like bucket getters on the bench, right? Gabe Vincent is an off-ball catch and shoot three-point guy, right? Dalton Connect is a rookie. Ideally, and we'll dive into him here shortly, but he is a guy that is an anomaly, right? He's shown all the signs, but he hasn't actually played a real NBA game yet. So we don't know for certain what he's capable of doing, right? So we have to go into the assumption, like, kind of phase him out for now. Ideally, you're hoping that he immediately comes in and provides that punch, but we don't know. He's an anomaly, right? There's very few guys, but even if you add him, very few guys, right? Jackson Hayes isn't a guy you're just giving the ball to and he's going to work. He's just going to go generate you a bucket. Cam Reddish at times can, but he's not a great shooter, right? And then Christian Wood, he's out, so Jared Vanderbilt, if he comes back and he's ready to go, he's not that offensive. There's very few guys. So to me, if I'm JJ, I'm challenging Max Christie to go win Sixth Man of the Year. If I'm JJ, I'm telling him, like, hey, you got to go get a bucket. Don't be shy. Don't be timid. Don't be scared. You have the ball. You be aggressive. You look for your shot. You kind of just see. Let him see what because you can always take him out. If he starts getting a little too carried away or he just doesn't have it tonight, take him out. Hey, man, tonight's just not your night. Don't worry about it. You'll be back at it again tomorrow. Love what you did out there. Love the aggression. Love that you hunted your shot. Love that you played some defense. Right? Great things. Just wasn't your night. Don't worry, you'll be back tomorrow or whenever the next game is. Right? You'll be back, Monday or whatever. Right? And same thing. Exactly what you did today. I want you to keep doing. And if that game doesn't, same thing. Hey, great, love what you did, and you just keep doing it until he finds his rhythm, until he finds his stride. And now it's like, okay, now we're cooking with fire here. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Excited for Max Christie this year? Think that he's going to be a real impact guy? Do you think that he's going to be a guy that is going to be a legit two-way player? Again, I'm not, like, when I say him being the Danny Green, KCP type, I'm not talking about him being, KCP and Danny Green are like the prototypes as far as 3-and-D 2s go. I'm not saying he's going to be that level. Same thing with like an Alex Cruz. So I'm not saying he's going to be as good, but can he be a version of that? Right? Can he be, half of what KCP is off the bench? Go a long way for the Lakers. But again, how do you feel? Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.